Kia ora. Let's explore the simulation again, but in this case we are going to use a weak acid, and we're going to use acetic acid, also known as ethanoic acid, and we'll use 10 milliliters. The titrant will be a strong base, and it'll be also 0.1 mole per liter, and we will choose 25 milliliters. I recommend that you choose phenolphthalein, but you should explore all the different indicators, but let's try phenolphthalein. Let's begin the titration, and you can see we titrating acetic acid in the flask with sodium hydroxide in the burette. So we'll get started, open our lab book, notice that phenolphthalein is colorless in base, and colorless in acid, and we're going to be adding the base. So let's add a few milliliters. Notice we start at a pH of 2.88, and if we keep on adding, okay, let's use a titration curve. You can see that there was a sharp rise, or quite a quick rise, before it starts flattening out. So let's add a bit more till about 9 mils. We'll turn the page, and now we'll add small amounts and of the base, and notice that there's that quick jump with the equivalence point happening after 10 mils. So you can either estimate the pH or you can see it from the data points. And, as you add, then you can see it starts flattening out, and we'll just add it more quickly. So it's a little bit different to a strong acid, strong base because of this sudden increase before it flattens out. Also, we don't start at a pH of 1, which would be the case for the same concentration of a strong acid. So we can now do this again. Going back to this, call for assistance, and what we can do now is use the same acid with the same concentration, but I'll use 10 milliliters. But for the strong base, I'm now going to use 0.2 moles per liter and see how this changes things. So again, I'm going to use phenolphthalein, begin the titration, and notice now when I add my base, and I'll just do this quickly, what do you see is different? So compare this graph to what we had previously. Then finally we can go back and do another acid. So in this case, we're going to be choosing, for our weak acid, we're going to be using formic acid. You can explore the others types and see what happens there. So 10 mils, we're going to keep it at 0.1 mol per liter for the base, and because I want to go past the end point, I'm going to choose that, and I'll choose phenolphthalein still. And begin titration. Now see what happens again with the titration curve when I add. Does this start at the same place or not? So I can switch this down so you can see the starting. Otherwise, let's keep on adding and see how this differs. So there's our 9, turn the page. What is the same and what is different? So have fun exploring. Kia ora.